Good morning, all you beautiful souls. So glad to be here with you. My name is Karen. If you are not familiar with me, I will be your facilitator today. I see we have some new people like Sarah and Karen who are joining us. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And in the chat, if you had not noticed, is our wonderful Jen K. She'll pop on camera, give you a little wave. We reversed roles this week, and I think we reverse again next week. I think she's presenting next week, and I'm stage managing. So yeah, this is the morning crew. Oh, Rebecca, thank you. I love you too. Big hearts for everyone. I am thrilled to be here with you. I look a little bit puffy. I did a quick trip to New York City this past weekend and got back late yesterday, and jet lag is a real thing. It's a real thing. So a couple of things that are reminders. Make sure your chat is set to everyone. That's how we communicate with each other, because this is a cameras off event except for me. And then just by being here, you're in that self-care raffle. Okay, so let's go ahead and dig in this morning. If you're new, we always have a monthly theme, and this theme is abundance. And I love this quote: abundance is not something we acquire, it is something we tune into. And it's definitely kind of like savor for sure. So our agenda is going to be, when we do a weekly setup, we do a mind map, breaking our theme into smaller components. So that's what we're going to do first. Then we're going to go into Rosebud Thorn, which is one of our absolutely favorite activities here at Silk and Saunders. We're going to get our week set up, and then we're going to close out. It's a lot to do in a little bit of time, but I know we are up for the challenge. So our abundance mind map. This month, we're going to explore abundance in various areas of our lives. There are 5 weekends in January, so we have 5 different areas. And today, we are going to look at connections. So week 1, we looked at opportunities. Then we looked at health last week with Jen, and then connections is what we're focusing on this week. So I'll show you my example. I'm doing mine on a notes page. As Nona would say, a scratch area in your notebook is perfectly fine. Or if you want to repurpose one of your areas, like your shopping list, it's also fine to do something like that there. So when it talked about opportunities, I talked about that I want to start an online Pilates classes, that I feel very lucky that there's always extra work when I want to bring in extra cash as a substitute fitness instructor. I get to travel because my husband does a lot of travel. Education is online now, so we have these opportunities to be able to dig in a little deeper. I live in Marin, right outside San Francisco, so I have beautiful hiking, and then San Francisco's right there, and I absolutely love the museums and art. For health, I've been using that Calm app with stretching the body, and I love it. I've been doing Pilates at the studio for me, not just instructing. I've been eating my veggies, going to the to bedtime on time, not having caffeine. I will say I did half a cup today, just in, with a little bit of jet lag, but I'll be off again. And that I am not doing dry January, but I am doing a moist January. So cutting back, but not 100% dry. This week, looking at those connections, I rekindled a friend when I was in New York this past weekend. I had not seen him in a while, and we had a beautiful dinner with him, as well as a coworker and I are going to be meeting each other. I haven't seen her in about a year. So excited about rekindling those connections. A deeper relationship with my husband, making sure we make that time aside. Connections with clients in and out of the studio. Relationship with my little dog Snickers. He's such a brat in the rain. In Northern California, we've had a ton of it rain, and he does not go out in the rain. I'm telling you, he held his pee for a good 17 hours. He refused to go. So I'm deepening that connection to hopefully maybe get him outside in the rain a little bit. And then my relationship with myself, and I'm doing a style challenge. And so I'm connecting with an online group and connecting with myself, trying to find that girl in high school who loved her snakeskin pleather pants instead of just her yoga pants and a ponytail. So I'm going to put this screenshot back up. I'm going to turn on some music, and I'm going to give you some time to write about how you are going to find those connections. And I would love to know how you are doing that in the chat. Oh, the chat has been hopping. We had people doing volunteer work, donating platelets. What a wonderful thing to be able to do. Getting more at work instead of just working from home, meeting with people with coffee dates at the gym, at the wine bar, all of those things. I love it. Oh, Constance is talking about a girls' craft night. That sounds so fun. I also, when I'm thinking about it, I'm going to add one more. I love doing meal prep with my mother-in-law, and we just FaceTime and we'll like put salad in the jars together or something like that. So I should really make an effort to connect with her this week with something like that. We are heading into our rosebud thorn, but before we do that, just by being here, I just want to remind you, you can't take care of anyone else unless you take care of yourself first. So I'm so glad you showed up for yourself this morning and that you are here and making yourself a priority. So Rosebud Thorn, this is one of our absolute favorite activities that we love to do here. And we are going to be looking onto our Rosebud Thorn on, where's my Rosebud Thorn? On page 44, that was last week's. That's the week that we're reflecting on. So if you've already done that one, you can do the one in this week. Like there's no right or wrong way to Sonder. Our rose is a highlight, something that went well for you. That bud is an emerging opportunity, and that thorn is a challenge. So that rose is a highlight. I was in Manhattan this past week and I saw Some Like It Hot, and I was a huge Marilyn fan as a child, my favorite always, and it was absolutely wonderful. Bud is an emerging opportunity. So an emerging opportunity for me, like I said, I'm doing a style challenge, and I'm hoping to find a little more style in my life. And the thorn is that I am super tired from going from West Coast to East Coast in less than 3 days. So those are mine. I'm going to put a song on and let us know about your rose, bud, and thorn. All right, welcome back, everybody. Man, that chat was going fast. I'd love to say that I was able to read everything. It was going so fast that did not catch everything. But I saw we were celebrating some birthdays. My birthday is Sunday, so I definitely am loving the birthday stuff. Those of you who are dealing with some health boundaries, I just want to acknowledge I saw several pop up, and our heart is going out to you super hard. And those of you who are tackling those New Year's resolutions, or those things that you're just wanting to accomplish, like clutter clearing and such, awesome job, guys. Love it. Before we move into our next section, I love this. Keep on showing up. Keep on seeing the good. Keep on being mindful. Keep on helping. Keep on trying. Keep on hoping. Keep on giving back. Keep paying it forward. Keep on being the light. Keep on shining. Keep on loving. Keep on caring. Keep on smiling. Keep on. That's your weekly motivation. We're keeping on. There is no manic Mondays for us. We are going to be so ready for the week and we're going to slay it. We're heading into the main event, friends. We are heading into our weekly planner, not planter. We're not doing a little succulent garden though. How fun would that be? So I'm going to show you examples of mine. This is my intention page, and then this is mine. And I want to be very, very clear. My pages sometimes look like that on the right. For me, this is a mental health tool and a productivity tool. It doesn't always look pretty with stickers. So I just want to say this works just as well as when it's gorgeous with washi tape and really, awesome markers and such. But we've been in Northern California, been having the river in the sky since December, it seems like. And so one of the things is I've been using like one of those mood lights to plug into my computer to give me some of that sunshine for my mental health. I got the idea from one of you guys. One of my habits is reading that pages from Simple Abundance, which I need to do right after this, and working on Pilates. Weekly to-dos, I have a celebration with some friends coming up, so I need to book our facials and reservations for food and such. I have some things that I've been wanting to do in some of the online groups I participate in. Trying to get major goals is getting all those reservations for 4 of us with 3 different activities together. I want to learn a few new moves using the booty bands on the reformer and Pilates. And I want to start my book club book. And I just want to feel happy. It's my birthday week. Love it. Now you can see that some of these things, Pilates is coming from my physical health, from my January intentions. My spiritual health talked about journaling. That's also in there when I'm talking about doing that glam camp and the Soci journal pages. So I'm using my January intentions to help keep me on track for my weekly goals. So I just wanted to give you those parallels. If you are brand new and you don't like some of the sections, I would use my phone or take a screenshot on your computer of all these different ways that you are able to repurpose. You can repurpose any of the sections to fit your needs. The meal planner could be your food tracker. You can write the daily affirmations from the affirmation app, or maybe from Silk and Saunders. It might be working school and study tracker, and exercise or cleaning tracker, mindfulness activity, like maybe your meditation or reflection on your meditation, end of day reflection, weekly appointments. Maybe you're an avid gardener and you're getting ready for spring. Maybe you're suffering from acid reflux or migraines or anxiety and you are tracking symptoms. I do that quite a lot. Maybe you love tracking your own dreams. Maybe you want to just jot down the things that you're grateful for, some positives from the day. Maybe you are going on a trip and you want to use one of the sections as the outfit tracker. That's what mine looks like last week. Maybe you want to do a national day of list, or your favorite podcasts, movies, books, TVs, or you can also use it as a gratitude log. Though this month we have our own gratitude log in there as well. So we're breaking this down into little tiny sections. And the very first one is how I want to feel this week. It can be an acrostic poem. It could be a phrase. It can be multiple words. It could be, I love this, in control of my thoughts, my time, my emotions, my words. Maybe it's a big sticker that utilizes how it is that you want to feel. And throw in the chat how it is that you want to feel this week. And that little wheel tracker out there, you work from the inside out if you're unable or you can't think of a way that you want to be able to do it right now. So I'm going to give you just a minute to throw in the chat and write it down into your journal. I'm not going to do a song for this one because we got a lot to get done today. Teresa wants to feel healthy. Nona wants to have momentum. Optimistic, prepared, connected, centered, joy. Oh, Amber, thank you for the birthday wishes. Authentic, peaceful, and calm. These are amazing. Warm and cozy. Gratitude, growth, accomplished, peaceful, rested, not stressed. Is there a high resolution? I think Jen K may be able to throw one into the chat, but I know in the blog there is a better version of this wheel. So now that you've set that intention, I encourage you to maybe take a photo of it with your phone and make it as your screensaver for this week, or put it on a sticky note in your mirror, or maybe on your, if you drive every day, maybe on your little sunriser to keep that forefront in your mind. So we're going to move into our weekly to-dos. So one way some people like is our Eisenhower matrix. This is a simple decision-making tool that helps you make the distinction between tasks that are important, not important, urgent, and not urgent. So we break it into 4 boxes that prioritize which task you should focus on first and what you should delegate or delete. I'm definitely going to have to use this week because I'm behind. Last clean pair of underwear, friends. So today I got to get some laundry done. Last clean Pilates shirt. So some of those things are going to be deleted. So you can look at it as the things you want to do that are urgent, things that you decide you want to do that are not so urgent. Delegate, maybe that is ordering DoorDash one day. Maybe it is having your groceries delivered or ordering a food box. And then delete are the things that you want to like only do a little bit, like hours on social media or binge watching TV, all of those kinds of things. Now, that's not the only way to repurpose it. Some people like to use quadrants for other things like work, play, clean, let go of. Some people use this as need, hope, want. Bingo boards are very popular. For me, I keep adding to my list as I go on. As things pop up to keep me accountable. So that bingo board doesn't work for me, but a lot of people it does. And then someone doing a must, need, and a want. So I'm going to give you a little bit of time to fill out this section with your to-dos. Okay, so we've tackled our to-dos. And like I said, I keep mine as a running list. Like I need to add that I need to do laundry onto mine. Whatever it is that I need to kind of do, unpack my suitcase, those types of things that did not happen yesterday. We're moving into our next section, but before we do that, I have two others. And if you're someone who loves quotes, take a screenshot. And this one says she, but use whatever pronoun you like here. One day she realized that she couldn't solve all the problems. She could just do her best. She wasn't perfect. She sure did try. She kept showing up. She kept balancing. She loved. She learned to live with grace, grace for others, grace for her own journey. And she became proud of her imperfectly beautiful story. Isn't that just absolutely perfect? We can't do all of it, and we're not going to be perfect. We just want to be the best version of who it is that we are. And then over here, I spent an insane amount of time wondering if I'm doing it right. At some point, I just remind myself that I'm doing my best, and that is enough. And that goes along with everything. That goes along with this journal, especially if you're new. If one section doesn't work for you, it's okay to leave it blank. Nobody's going to judge. Sometimes I leave things blank. It doesn't work for me. So you are doing your best, and that's enough. So if you forget to mark your gratitude journal one day, that's okay. Sometimes I fill in 3 days at a time. I didn't take my journal with me to New York. So when I came home, I filled in and I caught up on daily rituals. I did 4 at one time. We do what it is that we can do when we can, but we don't want to not enjoy ourselves and do all the things that we love because we're home journaling all the time. So sometimes you just do a binge journal and you fill out multiple days at a time, and that's okay too. Whatever it does that works for you. Now we're going to be moving into our goals. And while you have those goals, keep in mind, stop waiting for Fridays, for summer, for someone to fall in love with you for life. Happiness is achieved when you stop waiting for it and you make the most of the moment you are in now. There's nothing more than abundant than that, right? That's the most abundant thought you could definitely figure. So, goals. Don't forget to check in with your intentions. So if you set up your intentions earlier in the month, go back and look at those when you see. And maybe there's one that you have not been focused on yet, and you want to include that in your goals or habits this week. So I can give you that encouragement. So I love this one on the left. They did a whole theme of unplug. And I thought that was awesome. And Ginger talked about doing a list of things instead of scrolling, of things that she could do that fills her cup. Maybe that's your goals, and this is just a jot list. I love that idea. It's so smart. Someone did work, body, and mind, and then other people made those bingo boards. They're super, super popular. People love to mark it off. It's like giving yourself a little gold star. So I'm going to give you some time to fill out your goals for the week. Don't forget to go back and look at your intentions. All right. I love how Jen threw in there. It's okay to move goals over from one week to week. I do that a lot. I do too. Sometimes things happen. Last Wednesday, I came down with a horrible migraine and I hadn't had one like that in forever. It's the barometric pressure. I can control most of my triggers, but the weather I can't. And I didn't get the things I wanted to get done that day. And so some of those things got moved over, and that's absolutely okay. Um, those of you who are doing a decluttering, I threw it in the chat. I love Gretchen Rubin. She's amazing. The Happier podcast, so good. She did a text based, I think it was under $20, and every day it would give you like a text to tell you what to declutter. And I did that about 2 years ago, and it really, really helped. Ginger, hi Fred. Is that the cat? Yeah, Fred the cat. Yeah, my Chihuahua sometimes likes to jump on my keyboard as well. So let's dig into that habit and activities. Before we do that, just to relate to those quotes that we just had, I love this. Some days you feel like a superhero. Some days you just want to be under the covers, and that doing your best looks different every day. And so keep that in mind as you create and track your habits. Not all days are going to be like, I went for a run and I ate perfectly, and then I went to the gym and I didn't get on social. Sometimes we need to be able to do it. Lynn, it was Gretchen Rubin. She does the Happier podcast. I love Gretchen Rubin. I think she was the start before Silk and Saunders for me of becoming a happier, more balanced person. Love Gretchen Rubin. Oh, Sherry, I'm so glad that it showed up for you at the right time. Yeah, I love this too, because some days are just not going to be like today. I'm going to get the bare minimum done. I'm going to move my body, but am I going to move my body as much as I normally do? Probably not. And that's okay. So let's set ourselves up for success. Think about, when you're creating these habits, what your week looks like. If your week is super busy this week, don't put a ton of brand new habits in there. Some people like to use theirs for workouts. Some people list it out and they like to color the days they want to do that. That stresses some people out. Some people will put numbers beside. I'm going to do this 7 times this week. That stresses Jen O out, one of our other facilitators, so she doesn't do that. I do mine as needed. Sometimes, like with the light that I'm using for, the mood disorder, because we don't have any sunshine at the moment, I put as needed. So I didn't put a number by it, but other ones I did. Some people really love doing something 5 times 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm more holistic than that. That gimmick doesn't work for me, but if it works for you, awesome, try it out. And if you try it out this week and it doesn't work for you, change it next week. It's not a big deal. But I also love, on the bottom left, to practice calligraphy. So like, do something, a habit that you're going to enjoy as well. And I love it can also be something you don't want to do, like no DoorDash. And also, don't forget that you can put some things that you already have, like a give me habit, and you can throw that in there. Like if you already take your vitamins every single day and that's easy for you, put it in here. That's okay. That's not cheating. And also, it's very much totally okay to post things, like to put in things that you want to do in your journal, in your habit tracker. Like if you're wanting to write down the affirmations or do the daily rituals or post on Sonder Club, that's okay to write that as a habit there too. Just throwing that out there. That's how I was able to establish the habit of doing the daily rituals. So I'm going to give you some time to be able to write out these habits. Now, remember, how is this different than the one at the beginning of your month? These are things that you may not do every single day of the week. It may be something like, I do not have time to do a 50-minute workout of Pilates every single day, plus take the dog for at least, a 30-minute walk. Sometimes it just doesn't happen. So maybe I'm walking the dog 7 days a week because he's got to get walked, but my Pilates I'm doing 4 to 5 times. So that's one way to kind of be able to look at it. So I'm going to put some music on. I'm going to let you guys work, and love to hear if you're repurposing this, how you're doing it, or what habits you're simply tracking. Okay, everybody. Some really awesome things in there. I love Margaret that she's throwing in her cheese plate. I trained as a cheesemonger and I absolutely love cheese. Um, Already adding another, say no, yes, disconnecting every hour. Alice, I love that you're doing the 10,000 steps, but you're making it fit where it is that you are in your daily life so that you are successful. Um, Love that Sarah's using her daily rituals, her affirmations in there. I think these are just absolutely wonderful. TED Talks, love that. I mean, there's just so much free content out there that's just amazing. I just wish I had all the time in the world. I don't know about you guys though, but I do listen to podcasts when I drive and when I am walking, and that at least gives me some time, or sometimes even when I'm cooking, and that makes it a little bit easier to try to stay caught up on all the things that I want to do. So we're moving into the next section. So we're on page 47 now in your journal. And this is mine. This is what it really looks like. I'll probably be adding on to this, but I wanted you to see this is very bare bones. The T stands for thistle. I get food delivery. So my husband's still out of town. I thought he was not going to be in town until he wasn't coming home till Thursday, but they canceled a meeting. So he's coming home Wednesday. So this is a work in progress. Things are going to have to get moved around. I know on Thursday, I want to be able to make some potato leek soup. I know on Wednesday, I'm going out with a friend for dinner. I don't know what I'm eating tonight. You know, I'll put it in there after I do. The mind body health plan, this is just as much as I can do. I'm just scheduling my workouts there. Mat Pilates, I'm going to do something between a 15 to 30-minute mat Pilates routine, and then I will take Snickers for a walk. Tomorrow, I have availability to be able to take a class. Wednesday, I'm going to my PT for back, which is Pilates based, my reformer. Friday, reformer and mat. The only reason it's both is because I teach mat that day. And then Saturday, to feed my soul, get out there for a hike. Thank you, Jordan. He came with it. That with his name Snickers, he does look like a little Snickers bar. My shopping list. I know I need potatoes, leeks, and cream. Will I be adding things? Yes. I know that my Gerber daisies are dying out, so I'm going to throw on, I want some flowers. So that's literally how I use my journal. As things are coming up, I keep adding to. So this may not look the same by the end of the week, though this is very bare bones and messy, and that's okay. It's okay for weeks to be like this. And of course, I'm loving New York City. Why wouldn't I? Have such a great time. So now we're going to dig into your meal plan. I like to plan out mine of what it is that I'm normally doing. I usually have food boxes coming in that I am cooking. My husband's out of town. I don't want to cook for one. So it's going to look a little different. Maybe I pick up some pre-made meals at Whole Foods or something along those lines. Oh, Rebecca, yes, I do want to make that minestrone. I have not made the one in the recipe in here, but people in Sonder Club are loving it. I may end up doing that this week. And when I do that, right, I'm going to add the things I need for minestrone soup. And then I take my camera and I take a photo of my shopping list so I don't carry my journal into the grocery store. And that's how it is that I utilize the shopping list. Here's other ways people have used them. Affirmations. I love this, marking how many of like fruits and vegetables and such they're getting in. A self-esteem journal or meetings, using it as a meal planner. Today I pushed myself to listening how they're coming up with their rest this week, once again, for appointments or maybe even as a step tracker. There's no right or wrong way to use this. You see, I use mine pretty much as designed most of the time, but last week my meal plan was planning out outfits for New York City. So, you know, use this and adapt it for your life for that week. I'm going to go off camera, give you guys a little time. And if you're repurposing, let us know. Or if you have an amazing recipe, throw us the link into the chat. I feel like we need a recipe exchange. Anybody else? I'm loving it. I love my Instapot. Definitely makes things easier. I will also tell you, I love a good sheet pan meal, and I use only vegetables, and I put it into the oven, and then I program my oven to go on and cook it when I get home. And that is absolutely the best. And I think you guys have inspired me that I'm going to be filling out my plan. I think I'm going to make some minestrone soup, right? Because I can eat off of that for several days and cook one time, right? So let's make it easy. And all those vegetables, delicious. So our next section is that mind body health plan. And once again, I love this picture. You can sense that I went with a theme here. Behind every seemingly perfect person, there's a mess you cannot see. There is no such thing as a person who has it all together. No one does. No one does. And if they say they do, they're not telling the truth. They're not telling the truth. So if you love those 7 types of rest, take a little screenshot of this. Honestly, for me, I don't like listing my 7 types of rest this way. I like knowing what type of rest I need and incorporating the 2 or 3 types of rest I need over and over again, because I may not need mental rest that day. Maybe I need spiritual. I need to get out in nature and that sunshine. So keep that in mind if you're a 7 types of rest person, just throwing it out there. I'm going to give you some time, and we'll be back in a minute. Now we know Jen K's secret. She plans out her wardrobe in this section. That's why she always looks perfect on camera. Her hair looks beautiful, her makeup, her clothes, backdrop. Now we know. Now we know. I'm gonna steal that out of you. It's 7 in the morning. I don't think we're gonna get that from me. I'm sorry. It's just not gonna happen. We're gonna finish up with our last 2 sections. Time has gone so fast. That shopping list. Here's some examples. Sometimes people just list things that they want to remember, like the 7 types of rest. Chores. I love that doodle on the right. It's so stinking cute. Dinner ideas. Maybe you repurpose your meal section, and this is like, oh, I have the stuff for this, but I don't want to chew. Like maybe on Monday, I feel like beef stir fry, not tacos. And so you can kind of mix and match that way. And then I love that sticker binge watch, the things that you are enjoying. Or you can use this of little things like something that made me smile, things I did well, those types of things. So we're going to combine this and our I'm loving section. And yeah, it's basically that I'm loving section is something you absolutely just are enjoying right now. Maybe you're like loving the rain in Northern California because we never have it. So keeping those things in mind, I'm going to play a little Madonna as you fill out these two sections. My goodness, the hour is 2 minutes away. Want to, went too far. Love to see your pages. Post them in Sonder Club. That's how we inspire and learn from each other. I love it. It's awesome. Also, just as a reminder, if you did not fill out your currently last week, this is your friendly reminder to fill it out. I would say that if you wanted a snapshot of your year, this currently page from all 12 months would literally give you a snapshot into your world because it would be giving you updates every month. So even if you don't save your journals, take photos of some of those important pages. That survey, take it, use that QR code. They're going to send it to you via email too. If there's certain kind of socials you want to see, there's times that you want to see, products you want to see, this is the place to put that information. If you love Silk and Saunders, refer a friend, they get $10, you get $10. It's awesome. You don't have to use it on journals. You can use it on bath bombs and candles and that kind of stuff. Please join us in Sonder Club. I love seeing it. And on these mornings, usually it's a little later because I go and teach a 9 o'clock class next. So I try to do it right away, but if you post and you don't hear from me in a little bit of time, that's why I'm teaching. And then the most important thing is that YouTube link for social recordings, the chat is not there. So the music sometimes gets cut if it's copyrighted. You cannot search for it. So you need this link. There's at least, I think, 6 months at this time. So I thank you so much for being here. I hope you're ready to slay the week. I'm going to lead us out with Manic Monday, even though we are not going to be having a Manic Monday because we are ready. We are ready for Monslay. I will see you all next week.